Here we go. I have to sneeze. Come on. Hi friends, welcome or welcome back. I'm MC, a knit and crochet designer from Connecticut, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Blame the Knots, on my website blamethenauts.com, and of course right here on YouTube where you can get to know me a little bit better. Today is episode 15, I think. To be honest, I meant to look that up before I started and I don't remember. I think 15 is right. Today I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff. I have a lot to catch up on in terms of finished objects, works in progress, life stuff, what I've been up to. It's been quite a while since I have recorded a video and quite a while since I have posted a video. I decided to take a little bit of time off at the end of the year. I just needed it. I had a plan. I had this really fun plan of posting a video every day between Christmas and New Year's because I figured people would be looking for something to watch now that Vlogmas had ended, but I just needed the time. I needed the time to rest and recharge, and goodness, I am glad that I took it. It was so nice to just turn off for a week and yeah, just spend some time at home with my husband enjoying myself. So like I said, there's lots to catch up on. We celebrate Christmas, and so I received a lot of yarn and yarn adjacent things for Christmas gifts from my family. I was very spoiled. And I was going to do a whole segment on the things that I got for Christmas, but to be honest, I don't really want to sit here and list the things that I got. A weird noise just came from outside. I don't know. I don't feel like sitting here and just spouting off a list of all the things that I got. Not that I'm not grateful for them. I was very spoiled and people were very generous with gifts for me. But I don't know. That's not really what I'm feeling for this video. So I'm going to be kind of mentioning some things that I got, some new acquisitions. I hate that word. I don't like it. Some new purchases or gifts that entered my life, and but I'm just going to mention them as they come up and where they're relevant. So some things that I got might not make it into this video, and some things might be in my whip section, and some things might be in my books section and stuff like that. So let's go. Let's talk about what I'm wearing really quickly first because, well, as you can see, I don't look like I'm wearing anything that is handmade. I'm cold today. I feel like winter has well and truly arrived here in Connecticut. It's not snowing. It hasn't started yet here. I'm like afraid to say it because I don't want to jinx it. But the past few days, it has just been really cold, and for some reason today I cannot get warm, so I'm just in cozy clothes, and the one thing that I am wearing is a recent finished object. I will show you this quickly and then put in a nicer picture because you know, no one needs to see my feet. I am wearing my recently finished Woolens and Nosh Advent socks. So I will now pop a picture in so that you can see them with potentially less cat hair on them. I was lucky enough to get a sock set. Yeah, that's the right word. A sock set of the shorties when Woolens and Nosh did a little Advent update like a couple weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago. They did an update with any leftovers that they had, and I was able to snag a kit then. So what I used, I believe the mini that mine came with is not the same mini as those who bought the full Advent sock kit that was like pre-wound and was a mystery and everything. Mine was split into two skeins. They were like two 20 or 25 gram hanks, and then it came with a mini, but I could see all of the colors. They were not hidden from me, which was fine. I didn't mind that. Also, mine is only 22 stripes. I did not get 24, which is okay. I don't know what colors I'm missing. I like mine just the way they are, but yeah, that's okay. Fine by me. I'm going to bend down and grab my computer now. I suppose I could have just edited that out and I didn't need to tell you. I'm gonna sit here with my computer on my lap because I legitimately have a mountain of stuff next to me. I normally put my computer at my desk next to me so that I can check it here and there and make sure I'm not forgetting anything, but I have so much stuff to talk about today that it's taking over everything, and my lap is the only space left that I have for my computer. So if you catch me looking down, that's why, but I will try and I'll try to reference it only like in between clips so that I'm looking at you and not looking at my computer. So my next finished object, let's get this out of the way. Well, not out of the way, but let's talk about socks while we're in the socks. The next thing that I have finished is kind of a half finished object because I finished one sock of my Boots with the Fern test for Lindsay of Always Yarn First. Sorry, I haven't actually broken off my tail or taken off my markers yet. I was just waiting to send in all of my notes before I did that. So this is just sitting on a sock blocker waiting for me to send in my notes. This is a really fun pattern. There we go. We can see it a little bit better on this side. There is lace only up the back side of these socks, and I think it is so cute. It also has a decorative toe. I wonder if you'll be able to see it. There is a little eyelet detail on the toe, and it's very cute. I used a test skein of Tapenade from the Little Wolf Knits. This is not exactly the color that Tapenade ended up being, so I don't believe that you'll be able to get this exact color ever if you like it, but Tapenade, the way that it did come out, is beautiful, so I highly recommend that as well. So yeah, this is a half finished object because I only have one sock. The test only required one sock to be completed for it, but you know, obviously I will be continuing and making a second one. My next and final finished object is actually an entire sweater that I started and finished, and it's inside out. Hang on. Oops. Maybe I should have prepared this ahead of time, but I didn't. Okay. And there's hair on it. Man, who's in charge of these things? Okay, so this is a super fluffy sweater that I made for myself. This is my second one that I have made. This is a design that is by me and is currently in testing. And I made, this is again in Bernat Pipsqueak, just like my initial sample. And I made myself a second one. I wanted to make this one a little bit longer and with slightly longer sleeves. My initial sample is cropped, and this one's not long, but it's longer, so I don't have to worry about it, you know, being quite as cropped. And I finished this so stinking quickly. I wanted to make another one along with my testers, and they're all doing a great job. Theirs are looking amazing, and I can't wait to see all the versions. And I can't wait for you to be able to get your own and make your own super fluffy sweater. The next finished objects that I have are spinning related. So firstly, I did show this one last time, but I got it hanked up, and so I figured I would show it really quickly again. This is a one-of-a-kind braid that I got from Melanated Boho Bay, and I love it. It's a little bit blown out. I feel like it's a tiny bit warmer in real life, but it's beautiful. It's chunky. And I'm in love. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This is a merino flax and silk blend, and I don't own anything else that's like that. So I have no idea what this is going to become. It might just become a decoration for right now until I decide. But yeah, I just wanted to show that quickly because the last time it was still on a bobbin. The next yarn that I have that I finished is questionable. So I got an art bat from Chameleon Fiber Co. And I decided that I wanted to try making art yarn. So I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really do any research, and I came up with this. So this is just me playing around. I kind of like what's happening like here. This is fine with me, but then down here it gets a little bit like underspun and I don't love it. But yeah, this is my first attempt at some art yarn. I don't think it's really like usable, unfortunately. It's like plied, but like almost like a roving, like a pencil roving. It's like very, 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 very underspun in a lot of places, and then sometimes spun nicely in other places. But so I think that this might become, one day I might put this in like, excuse you, somebody's out there honking. If I ever do any weaving, I feel like this would be fun to use in that, but I don't think that this is really knit worthy, but that's okay. It was still fun to play with and figure out. And I think that the next time I give art yarn a try, I will do one, I will not do it from an art bat, or I will like spin from the art bat differently. I didn't really know what I was doing, and so I was just kind of ripping stuff off and going. And I think I didn't really do the yarn justice. So yeah, it was still fun though. It was fun, and I definitely want to try it again. Okay, I had to put my computer down because it was really starting to bug me holding it on my lap. We're just gonna have to figure out a new way to do this next time. I feel like every time I come on, my setup is a little bit different. Oh, hey, let's do a little interlude between finished objects and whips. If you've noticed, I have some artwork on the wall behind me this time. My husband got me a couple of prints for Christmas, and I will put in a better clip of them, but they are these adorable little frog prints. I love frogs. And they say, do what makes you happy, don't be stressing, life's a blessing, and let that shit go, with a frog given a little peace sign. I also have some art up here that you can't see, but I will include. I'm starting a little collection. I have a picture that a friend gave me that is a painting of a cat sitting on some books, and the cat looks just like one of our cats. And then I also have a print of some batik fabric that was created by an artist in Hawaii that we picked up the last time that we were in Hawaii. And we have some other prints that are going to go in various places around the house, but this one I had always intended for my office. And my husband was kind enough to get a lot of stuff framed for me for Christmas. So the only other things that we have are, he got some prints. We had picked up some prints when we were in Norway, and there was an artist that I really loved, and he got a few more prints from them. But they're all on very odd sized paper. So we have to figure out some frames for them, and they are going in this space. So maybe, probably not. I shouldn't make promises. I was going to say maybe by the next time you see me, there will be some art here, but let's face it, it's going to take longer than that for me to get those up on the wall, but soon, very soon. Okay, interlude over. Let's talk about whips. My first whip that I have is in this adorable project bag that I got for Christmas. So my aunt got me this bag for Christmas, and it actually came as a set. So there is this drawstring bag and a small pouch that might hold a sock. It's got a box bottom, and it's tiny, but I feel like tiny but mighty and big enough to hold something. And then the cutest thing is that it came with this tiny little pouch that I guess you can put like some stitch markers in. It's so tiny, but I love it. And this is from, I lost the business card already, Chicken Soup Designs, who is on Etsy. I had never heard of them before, but I really love this. It's very, very good quality, and I will definitely be checking them out. Anyway, what is inside of this bag is a pair of socks that I am making for my husband. So I decided, I have only made my husband socks before. I made him one pair of socks, and I made them for him with some yarn that I didn't like and didn't want to use for myself, and he never lets me forget that, jokingly. But it's kind of like a running bit that we have where, yeah, I have only made him those socks, and I only made them because I didn't want to use the yarn for me. So I bought him some yarn for Christmas, and this is from Knit Picks, and this is called EDM. They released I believe it's called Swish Pops. They released a line of yarn that is all based on different genres of music, and this one is called EDM, and it is this neutral base with pops of like bright greens and teals and little speckles of orange in there. And I told my husband that he could pick whatever he wanted for me to make, and I got 2 skeins. It's not like I didn't get a sweater quantity, but I told him if he wanted a sweater, I could order more. But he asked for some socks. So I've been making socks. I made them, he asked that they be a little bit longer than the other pair that I made. This is DK weight. And I am about halfway through the gusset decreases right now. So I cast these on Christmas, and I got like basically this whole thing done between Christmas and the day after Christmas, and then I got a little distracted and haven't worked on them since, but I will get to work on them soon. I've been having like kind of an identity crisis with my making lately, but we will get there. We will get through it. But I will get back to these sooner rather than later. The next whip that I have is in another new project bag, and this is a really fun big one that my cousin got me, and it is like a nylon-y material, and it has this big bit that pops out that you can drawstring closed, and so it can hold a lot. And it also has these holes so that you could put yarn through and use it like that for like color work and stuff like that. I don't ever really use that feature in bags because I get like nervous that I'm gonna want to take my project out of it and it's going to be connected and I won't be able to get my project out, but it's still a cool feature. So what I have in here is a new test that I'm doing, and this is my, why am I still attached to yarn? There we go. This is the Fluff Around and Find Out sweater, which is in testing for Mac Dye Conley, and I am in love. I am using Sorella yarn, worsted weight yarn in the colorway Maui, and I'm loving it. I'm a little bit disappointed that the skein that I used for the front panel is a bit less colorful than the skein I used for the back panel. Not a big deal. I still like it. I just wish that things were spread a little bit more evenly throughout the whole sweater, but that's okay. So this is a sweater designed to be used with fluffy yarn. Mac and I are both coming out with fluffy patterns in February, and we are very excited, so excited that we might have something up our sleeves for all of you. But I am using non-fluffy yarn, and I have just finished seaming, and now I have to pick up and do the sleeves. But honestly, like I just feel like this is going to be so perfect. I can picture myself wearing this like as a layer in the winter, but then also imagine it like as a bathing suit cover up in the summer, or like at a bonfire on like a fall night or something, you know? I feel like I'm gonna be able to wear this all year round with this yarn and this like neutrally with pops of color yarn. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. So tonight's task after I finish filming is going to be picking up for my first sleeve, and I can't wait. I did this whole thing in like 3 days. I can't wait to get to the sleeves. Super excited. The last whip that I have is actually a new craft as well. So I got a gift card recently, and I decided to use it to get some Tunisian crochet hooks because I have always wanted to learn how to do Tunisian crochet, and talking with some people recently, I was encouraged to give it a try. And it really did not take much convincing to get me to use my gift card for my Tunisian crochet hooks. So I got, I only have one here with me, but I got Knitter's Pride bamboo Tunisian crochet hooks. And so as you can see, this cord is not the best. However, I wasn't too concerned about the cords because I have another set of Knitter's Pride needles, or like I have a set of I have a set of interchangeable needles from Knitter's Pride, and the cables will fit on here. The cables from Knit Picks will fit on here. The cables from Licka will fit on here. So I wasn't too concerned about these cables being wonky. I mean, obviously I wanted to buy a set that was good, and I would have preferred the cables to not be funky, but I know that I have cables I can use that I don't mind as much and that aren't as fussy. Anyway, I have started my very first Tunisian crochet project, and I jumped right in. I did not do a swatch. I did not do a washcloth or a pot holder or a scarf or anything like that. No. I jumped in with the Party Punch shawl from Tony Lipsy of TL Yarn Crafts, and we're going. We're doing okay. I can tell my tension is like not the best. That's okay. This is my first project, and it's a shawl. It's gonna like be wrapped around me all the time, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to lay flat. I am using some freaking amazing yarn. Unfortunately, this yarn is from a dyer that was local to me that is not dyeing anymore, but look at those colors. It is so much fun. And it's just working up so lovely in the shawl. And did I show you the right side or the wrong side earlier? I don't even know, but I love it. It's working up so well, or at least I think so. I don't know anyone that does Tunisian crochet, like in real life. So I don't have anyone to tell me that it looks wrong. So I'm just doing it and hoping that it's right, and I don't have anyone to tell me otherwise. So I think it looks good, and that's all that matters. Yeah, I'm trying to do some rows here and there. Actually, I didn't do any yesterday, and so I probably should make sure that I do some rows today, because I'm trying to, I have the repeat memorized, which I'm really proud of, and I'm trying to make sure that I don't lose it and don't lose those skills. So maybe tonight I will make sure to do a few rows of this as well. I'm having a blast. I love it. I'm so glad I picked it up. Okay, my next whips that I have are all spinning. So if you're not into spinning, that's okay. You can come back in a few minutes. I am going to just show you what I've been working on. So first things first, I have been working on, or I plied 2 big honkin' bobbins full of yarn. This is fiber from Lyman's Sleighbell farm. I got this at Rhinebeck, and this is Corriedale. Corriedale top. Still not great at understanding what the difference is between those types of fiber are, or like the fiber preparations. So this is Corriedale top. I had a magenta color and an like kind of emeraldy green color, maybe not quite emerald green, but I decided to ply them together. So I have 8 ounces, and I am going to run these through my wheel again, because as you can see in some areas, it is so incredibly underplied, underspun, whatever you want to call it. So I'm learning that the way that I spin, I actually spin with like a pretty good amount of twist for singles. However, if you're intending for your fiber to not stay singles and you want to ply it, you have to spin it more, because when you ply, you twist the other way, and so therefore you're losing some of your twist when you're plying. So this isn't a spinning tutorial, and I don't know enough to spin, or I don't know enough about spinning to give you a tutorial, but basically I'm learning that I need to add more spin to my singles if I want to ply them. If I want to leave them as singles, I'm actually doing a pretty good job, but I don't really want to leave them as singles. I want to ply them. So I need to start adding more twist in. So I'm going to run this through my machine, my wheel, one more time and add some twist into these. It's too late for me to go back and add twist into the singles, but I'm going to try and add some twist in for the plying and make this a little bit better. We will see how that goes. I will update you next time. The next thing that I have been spinning is this amazing fiber that is, I believe this is 100% merino, or it might be merino nylon. This is from Wonderland yarns. It is a special colorway that is just for Madison wool, which is one of my local yarn stores, and it's really fun. It's like bright green, bright blue, purple, and some black in there, and I am halfway through the braid that I am spinning, and I'm going to do a fractal spin for this. So I have done half, and I have to do the other half. The reason that I've only done half and that this got put on hold is because I got an EEW, or a Dreaming Robots Nano 2 for Christmas. I am very lucky. My parents got it for me, and I've been having a blast. I've been having so much fun. I know maybe I don't need 2 spinning wheels, but 2 electric spinning wheels. I also have a regular spinning wheel, but I'm having the best time. I'm having so much fun. So I, on Christmas, got my Nano, and I started spinning this. This is Cheviot, and it is the colorway Captain TIghtpants from Into the Whirled. And Captain TIghtpants is a quote from Firefly, if you have seen that show. It's like a 1-season sci-fi cult classic kind of show. Highly recommend if you like sci-fi. It's a good one. But I saw this when we were at Fiber Festival of New England. Had so much fun talking to the people at the Into the Whirled booth about Firefly and the Captain TIghtpants quote. And yeah, I've been working through this. I am just working through the braid as like all in one go. So we will see what happens when I end up plying it. I actually have almost a full bobbin on my wheel as well. It's downstairs. I just didn't feel like carrying the whole thing up here to show you. But so I have this bobbin. I have a full bobbin almost downstairs, and I think I still have like half of my braid left, which is wild. I feel like I'm never gonna run out of yarn. I don't know. After I finish that second bobbin, I'll have to weigh it and make sure that I split things up nicely for like making sure that I have a somewhat even amount for plying. Oh, I love it. This is so much fun. That's all I've been working on lately. I did want to do a small segment talking about books because that was not graceful. I got a few books for Christmas. A few, well, I got some books for Christmas, and then I bought myself some books for Christmas. So, okay. Let's start this again and talk in a more organized manner. I finished reading Shit Cassandra Saw, which I actually left in the other room, and I'm not going to go get it because I would have to climb over a lot of stuff, so I will just pop a picture in. This is a collection of short stories, and they are all super feminist, super like stick it to the man, power to the people, like female empowerment type stories. And it was really good. I'd say probably I would average it out to like a 3-star read. Some of the stories were so good and others were just like very average to me. I thought it started really, really strong in the first couple of stories in the book. I almost think that they should have been spread out more like throughout the book because it would have kept, I don't know, I feel like it started really, really strong and then it kind of plateaued and mellowed out towards the end. Whereas I feel like if a couple of those earlier stories had been spread throughout the book, it would have like kept that high going. But I finished and I loved it, and I definitely recommend if you like short fiction or anthologies. The next thing that I read is Natural Kitchen Dyes, which I borrowed from the library, and I read the ebook. It was interesting. It's more of a reference book and it has recipes and stuff. So it's not really like a sit down and read the whole thing in one sitting, but I did finish reading through it. It was fun to learn a lot about different natural dyes and how to do stuff like that. I've been having a lot of fun dyeing yarn lately, playing around with things in the kitchen. So that was a fun read as well. The next thing that I've been reading that I'm not through with yet is Yarnitecture. I got this for myself with a gift card for Christmas. I am about a third of the way through it and loving it. I mean, oh gosh, look, one day I want to make stuff that looks like this. I can't right now, but one day. This is a fantastic book. I started reading it. I borrowed it from the library on my iPad. And I started reading it, and then I managed to get a gift card and I bought this for myself because there's something different about having a reference book like this and being able to look at all the pictures and read back over sections when you're trying to learn new techniques and stuff. So I've been loving this. It's super good. I'll probably have it finished by the next time we talk. And then I got 2 other books that I just wanted to show really quickly because it's fun. I think I'm going to do I think I should wrap up this video soon because I'm starting to lose my words. I think I'm going to do a video soon going through my knitting and crochet library. But I will show you very quickly that I got the Crochet Stitch Dictionary by Sarah Hazel, and I am excited to use this for some design, a reference for some designs, rather than Googling stuff all the time because normally I'm just Googling different types of crochet stitches, and it'll be nice to have this as a reference. So definitely excited about that. These types of books are not ones that I sit down and read cover to cover. They're ones that I will flip through and look for something when I am starting a new design. But then the next book that I got, which I'm really excited about, is Respect the Spindle by Abby. I'm losing it. By Abby Frankmont. Frankmont? I don't know how many syllables they prefer to use in their name. This is like the book for spindle spinning, and I'm so excited to have it. I'm trying to convince myself to get through Yarnitecture first before I start this one, so that I'm not in the middle of a bunch of different things. And I also want to spin a few, like get through a few of my spins before I start working on my spindle spinning again. So, but I'm so excited to have this. I've been wanting this since I started spinning in September. I cannot believe it's only been since September, and look at all the stuff I'm involved in. But I'm so excited to have this and to read through it. Okay, that just leaves us with life. And there's not much to say. I don't know if you have noticed, but I got my conch pierced the other day. That's really all that's been going on in my life, is I got a new piercing and I'm loving it. It hurt. It hurt. This was definitely by far my most painful piercing. I mean, it hurts for the 2 seconds that it's happening, you know, so it's not really that bad, but absolutely the one that hurt the most. I'm loving it. It has been like a breeze to heal so far. I mean, it hasn't been that long, so knock on wood, it's been pretty good so far. And that's really it. Both my husband and I had off the week between Christmas and New Year's, and we spent a lot of time with family. We spent a lot of time with each other. We did some reading. We did some playing games. We did some relaxing. We did some cleaning. We installed a new sink in our kitchen, which is very exciting. It was a little bit stressful, but we got it done, and now it's great. And yeah, that's really about it. I did a ton of knitting and crocheting and looking at yarn and thinking about yarn and dreaming about yarn and talking about yarn. I have to show you this one other gift that I got for Christmas. Since I just said that, which I did not even plan, but my cousin got me this t-shirt. And it says, "Things I do in my spare time: buy yarn, research yarn, talk about yarn, and rearrange yarn." I mean, are there truer words? I don't think so. Anyway, just had to show that as one last little Christmas thing that I got. I needed this. Used to doing the... Come on, MC. You're so close. You're so close to the end. Just wrap it up. You can do this. In terms of channel stuff, there hasn't been much since my last episode, or anything really, but I have lots of plans for lots of videos to come your way very soon. I just have to get filming, and I really needed this to kind of like get used to the filming groove again. So thank you for sticking with me, and I'm super excited to show you what we have to come in 2024, and is that the year? Yeah. I'm very excited to see what 2024 will bring for us. Anyway, on that embarrassing note, take care of you, and I will see you next time. Bye.